You know what I don't do enough of? Seeing the sights here in London. I live in London, huge tourist guide, and I don't go to any of the... It's crazy. Stuff's right here, so I never go and do it. So now I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to go to Madame Tussauds. This right here. See? Never inside. And check it out. So the real reason, honestly, that I'm doing this is I wanted to go in, see the new Taylor Swift figure. Surprise, surprise, it's me, you know. But also, like, they had a sale on for Merlin annual passes, where you could get the monthly membership for, I got a gold one, without paying the sign-up fee, so just £18 a month, no 50 up front. So that was cheaper for that immediate cost than just buying the ticket, so, you know, that's cool. And I can go to the theme park, so we're going to do some of that too, so that's coming up. But at the moment, as you can see, checking out your Benedict Cumberbatches and so forth, here in Madame Tussauds. So, yeah, and, you know, later on, we'll see Taylor, which, kind of the draw. I know some people will be here for Brad Pitt or whoever else, but KSI, maybe, I don't know. Eddie Redmayne. See, I know who these people are. I know celebrities. That's, someone. That's Harry Styles. I know that's Harry Styles. And there's John Boyega from Star Wars. But in all seriousness, it is a fun thing to do, you know. I've done Madame Tussauds before. I think once in London when I was a kid, and also I've done LA. And that is not a great Ariana Grande, I have to say. It's not ideal. It's an older likeness, I know, but it's not that accurate even then. But yeah, it's a good hour and a half hour to look at this suit of armor decorated with, I think, Diet Coke caps. That's cool. And then Kendall Jenner is just hanging out. I don't know why. That's Cara Delevingne. See, I know who these people are. I'm in touch with things. That's Rihanna. It's pretty good Rihanna. Like I say, some of them are a little bit dubious. I mean, the Victoria and David Beckham are very good, but yeah. So far, of the ones we've seen, that Ariana is one I'm not super impressed with. The RuPaul's pretty good. Of course, Ncuti Gatwa. It's a really good Ncuti Gatwa, to be fair. They capture the grinning energy very well there, and of course, he looks great in the Doctor Who costume. Millie Bobby Brown. It's just in all I get. I don't know what it's called. The detective thing that she's in. And then all the James Bonds. It's a really good Daniel Craig. The rest of them are pretty good, but the Daniel Craig is particularly good. This next thing we're gonna maybe not so much. This is a poor Arnie. It's really not worth looking at. The Paddington. That's a stellar. That's a standout. You gotta love Paddington. If you don't love Paddington, I don't even want to talk to you. You know. Then in here, you've got E.T., so I probably should have warned my sister. She's going to be furious. She hates E.T. But there he is in the bike. Spielberg watching on. It's good Spielberg. Churchill. Now we're going to go downstairs into the next section. This cool Piccadilly art on the wall with the heart. And then up here is heading towards the Impossible Music Festival. But before we get there, there's a bit of other stuff. So on the left here, Sir Lewis Hamilton. This is a great Lewis Hamilton. It's very accurate. He looks pretty good. I think it's Anthony Joshua, right? And then Shakespeare over here, spreading around the culture. And then there's some sporting stars who I recognize, but not well enough to tell you if these are good. Like, I don't know if that's a good Kylian Mbappe. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm sure they're fine. And then we've got Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, which are pretty good. They're alright. They're pretty well done. And then over here for the votes for win, yeah. There's a cool little display. I like this. It's neat. Oh, this is great. The corgi. He's sitting on the chair. What a good boy. What a cute little boy. We love him. Nice touch. Oh, and then over here, it's Dame Judi What? Dame Judi Dench. That is a tongue twister. I never noticed that. The former queen, Elizabeth II. It's not bad. It's not bad. The Barack Obama is a little bit fake looking. Henry VIII back there is not so bad, but yeah. And of course, the current king and queen, and Will and Kate. They're alright. They're pretty good. Princess Diana, also, from my memory, a reasonable likeness, but obviously a lot of my memory of Diana is like standard definition television, so I don't know. Couldn't be that accurate. The Beatles look great. I like what they're doing the Abbey Road bit as we walk into the Impossible Festival, which is where we'll find Taylor, and therefore pretty much the whole reason I'm here. Will I Am. Not bad. Not a bad one. Ooh. Yeah, Beaver. It's okay. The Beaver's alright. Yeah. Drake. Maybe he should just keep a low profile for a while, huh? Beyonce's not bad. That is a pretty good Beyonce. Recognizably Beyonce, for sure. And then over here, under this little thing, little Amy Winehouse. It's very wax figure-y, that one, but it is broadly accurate, I think. It's not bad. The Elton John's great. You gotta love that. That's good for us. Over here, the Spice Girls, who are, yeah, they're reasonably well represented, I think, for the 90s era Spice Girls, which is probably one. That Victoria Beckham I'm not so sure about, but, you know, there's another one, so it's fine. Quick hello to Freddie Mercury, and then, there we go. There's the star. This is a pretty good Taylor. It's better than the one I saw in LA back in 2016, for sure. And having the Lover bodysuit from the Eras tour definitely helps. And while I was there, they started playing Taylor Swift. So, you know, perfect. And I'm also talking across it so that the content match gods don't smite us from the high heaven. But yeah, it was good. She's got a good likeness, and that's the look you want, right? The iconic Eras tour look. So it's cool. And then, of course, I had to get up there and take the little selfie. There it is. And you see the faces. It's pretty good. It's a good likeness. Wax figure, so, you know, there's a little bit of the staring into everything. Into, like, the long distance going on. But the Bowie's not bad either. And then, is that One Direction? Yeah. I think when they were younger. They look, you know, pretty simple. And then, complete change of pace, because we descend down here into the darkness of Chamber of Horrors, containing all the scoundrels and ne'er-do-wells and whatnot down here. So it gets all dark and moody and atmospheric. Yeah, I do wonder how kids would react to this transition. It's quite a bit of whiplash, to be frank. You're up there with, you know, like Taylor Swift and One Direction and the music going, and it's bop, 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 and then you jump down here and it's like the craze. Blood splatter everywhere. So it's interesting. There's good armor somewhere. Right? I think he's gonna win. Like, yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's keep going. Oh, good. No, everything's fine in here. Oh, this is great. No, we love this. Oh gosh, yeah. I don't know how kids would feel about this, to be honest. You know, if you go with kids, you know, you know your kids. So be aware. Another little doggy there. We'll see a good one. Yeah. It is also, I should say, darker than it looks here, because my phone, reacting to the fact that it was obviously dark, has lit it a bit with the flash and stuff. and also performs quite well in low light. In reality, some of this is quite dim in person, especially these corridors. So, yeah, I mean, I'm joking around, but I do think that there would probably be some kids in particular who might find this bit a little bit intense, so just be aware of that as you're going through. Madame Tussauds is a sort of basically one-way walkthrough, so you just sort of have to go through all of these sections. I think there's probably, if you ask, ways to skip, but I wasn't doing that, so I didn't really look into it. But just be aware that you might need to consider that. Because otherwise you'll wind up walking through all these prison cells with these murderers and whatnot. Like this guy. Now this next bit has a bunch of flashing images, so skip this if you are photosensitive. Use that chapter or the time code on the screen. There it is. Sorry. Yeah. That's Jack the Ripper. Yeah. Then some severed... You see what I mean? This is intense! These are heads on spikes! That's pretty messed up. I don't think children would necessarily like seeing that, but, you know. Some kids are more resilient than others, I know, but just be aware. But, you know, if you're an adult, it's just interesting, I guess, for the most part. Though, you know, maybe you're a bit squeamish about that sort of thing, so also be aware of that. You know, there's fake blood and stuff there, so you know, not everybody vibes with that. Just keep it in mind. There's a lot of different tones in this place. So up here, there's a little bit of display of some like clothing and stuff. I'm looking back here, this signed jacket from Dua Lipa. I think there is normally a Dua Lipa figure in Madame Tussauds London, but I didn't see it on this trip, so I think maybe it had been swapped out for a seasonal thing. So Lewis Hamilton's helmet, very cool and sparkly. And Dame Agatha Christie's dress. So there you go. A display of clothing there. And then we're on to the next one. And so this is heading to the Spirit of London. So I think I knew this at some point previously, and then just the information just flew out of my brain. But there is actually a full-on dark ride right in the middle of Madame Tussauds London these days. So you go right here and look at that. You queue up and get a little ride for the next bit. So you get a quote-unquote black cab and you ride through and see all this. It's quite a cool little ride. Goes on for a little bit, and yeah, you just ride through sort of the history of London, a little bit stylized, obviously, and check out the sights and sounds of London over the years. It's quite good. So, you know, it adds a little bit of variety to the experience, I think. I quite enjoyed it. I like a good dark ride. I mean, Disney and theme park fan, right? It goes with the territory, so. It's definitely varied in tone. Again, some of the history of London is not the most positive, but, you know, it caught fire, famously. It's quite harrowing, obviously. But it's fine, you know. I think this isn't anyway. None of this bit is anywhere near as intense as the dungeon bit, which again, you know, that's mainly a thing if you're like squeamish or a kid. But not everything in the history of London is, you know, people dancing around in Union flag dresses and hippie peace and love. So it doesn't gloss over that, and you know, that's good. We think that's good. But just be aware of what you're getting into. You know, it's well done. There's a lot of like moving figures and what we would call animatronics in the original anime. But yeah, it's fun to look at. There are a few little transitory bits like that which we'll skip through. But, I mean, this is cool. Look at this. Look at the sign. It's great. It's a little bit unsettling that his eye is like moving and blinking though. That is It's sinister. We'll go with sinister. That eye. Yeah. And up we go. There he is again. And here we get to the hippy dippy dancing in the streets bit that I was talking about. Admittedly, they're not wearing the Union flag, but you get the vibe. You get the vibe. It's that vibe. So after that, we get into the Marvel experience. So, little concessioning stand there, and then you're around here, and we're into the Marvel Hall of Heroes. So this area is full of Marvel-related stuff, like, you know, there's the Hulk, there's Nick Fury. And if we go upstairs, we can see more of the Hulk rather than just his butt, which is kind of the first thing you come to, which is a bit weird. I don't know how Bruce would feel about that, but you know, maybe nobody told him. Maybe nobody was brave enough to tell him, given what would happen. There he is. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good Hulk. Glad he's not moving, because damn, he can mess you up. There's Captain Marvel. Pretty good likeness for Brie Larson. Yeah, pretty good. And then to the left of her is Spider-Man, who's on the ceiling. But on the floor. He's on the ceiling, but he's on the floor. So, you do this. Now he's on the ceiling. Haha. Movie magic. Spoiling an illusion. There you go, see? So that's the stuff that would be on the floor, but it's actually on the ceiling. And background. So there you go. Take yourself a photo, posing by him, and then flip it. And haha, let's see, you're clinging to the ceiling like Spider-Man. Black Panther. Striking a pose. I mean, you know, these superhero ones are a little bit, you know, the ones like Captain Marvel where you get a face character or whatever, or what they be like. The rest of these are basically just the same sort of thing you would see anywhere doing a superhero diorama, because they're all like models of costumes and whatnot. And in that case, aliens and anthropomorphic animals. And you come up here past Captain America, which, you know, it's a good cap suit. It's a good cap suit. And then a little display of like more props and things. Iron Man's at the end here, and then on the left you pass into the 3D movie theater. Well, 40 movie theater, which is for this dome with the screen in the middle. Get your 3D glasses. If I'm there, yeah. See? And then you watch the 3D movie and you get the effects, and it's fun. It's good. It's a fun little romp around Madame Tussauds London. It's set there, and a few of the Avengers show up and do battle with Loki. So cool. And then after that, we got more themed stuff. We go down into the Star Wars section, which starts with this cool scene from the bit from the Phantom Menace lightsaber duel scene with Liam Neeson and Qui-Gon and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Face off with Darth Maul. There he is, with his horns and everything. It's the Ewan and Liam figures are pretty accurate, I think. They look pretty good. The costuming is also obviously very on point, so it's fun. I like, you know, the glowing lightsabers, fun, nice touch. Then down here we've got Hayden Christensen as Anakin, which maybe a little bit less convincing, but it's a good figure on the last. And Harrison Ford, Han Solo. It's young Harrison Ford, so you're gonna factor that in, obviously. But yeah, it's cool. And the little booth there behind him, you can sit in that and shoot Greedo if you want to. I mean, your friend or whatever would have to play Greedo. And then there's Chewie! Chewie at the controls of the Millennium Falcon. You can sit down beside him and then pilot it with him. I piloted the Millennium Falcon. I did that. At Disneyland. It's great. No Chewie though, so... Well, no, not piloting. Then you pass a Stormtrooper. You know, it's a Stormtrooper. It's a costume, so... But down the end, there's Yoda! And he chokes me. We love Yoda. We love Yoda. And we got... Darth Vader. And yeah, it's cool. It's doing the I am your father thing. So over the edge there. And then you can come around here and there are spots and you can be Luke. So you can pose for that photo. And be tempted by the dark side. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna resist the temptation to turn to the dark side because that's bad actually. And we're going to walk down here to see... There they are, R2-D2 and 3PO, everybody's favourite droids. Apart from the one in the alcohol next door who joined them more recently. And there he is, it's BB-8. And Rey. My favourite. I've met Daisy Ridley and it's a pretty damn good Daisy Ridley. There's BB-8, and there's Rey, and there's me. Then we've got Carrie Fisher's Leia, the dearly missed Carrie Fisher, with Jabba. And at the end here, there's Mando and Baby Yoda. And Baby Yoda is animated. It's great. Look how cute Grogu is. Ah, what a cutie. So of course, again, gotta get the little selfie with Grogu. So let's do that. And then, just before the end, we've got Ahsoka. Striking a little pose with her saber as well. Pretty good, Ahsoka. Pretty good. Strange way to end, but still, pretty good. So yeah, right here, we go down the stairs, and then at the bottom here, you'll see there's going to be another little turnstile, and that constitutes the exit. And from there, we're going to go in and check out the gift shop. It's there in the corner, a bunch of pictures of celebrities, and there's the turnstile. Which marks the end. Until next time, Superstar. And then they sell you stuff. Exit to the gift shop. You know how these things work. So they got a bunch of range of stuff. There's some like Tussaud themed stuff, like you can buy award statues, and then also a bunch of posters for movies and things from the people in the... You know, that are depicted. Like, there's a poster for Wicked because Ari's in Wicked, and yeah, statuettes, and then your standard sets of like t-shirts and caps and mugs and whatnot. The Tussaud bear is quite cute, but it was just a standard cute teddy bear with a Tussaud jump on. And then they've got stuff, you know, because they've got the Marvel section. There's a bunch of Marvel merch, which is pretty much just Marvel merch anywhere. For some reason, Grogu was on the floor, so let's pick him up, put it back on the shelf. We don't want to put Grogu on the floor. That's me. But yeah, you can get Lego and Spider-Man t-shirt. It's a pretty nice Spider-Man t-shirt, but it is obviously just Marvel stuff that you can probably get in, you know, Forbidden Planet or the Disney Store or practically anywhere that sells any kind of consumer stuff. Argos, probably. And then a bit more down here, you got Star Wars along similar veins, Funko Pops, just like the Marvel, and little cute cushions and bits of art. A little bit more of the Tussaud range, so we've got like water bottles and yeah, that sort of thing. And then some Star Wars apparel, again, more generic stuff. And then we get to some sort of more just Britishy themed stuff, so like royal teddies and happy dogs. Got these personalized friendship bracelets. Since I was there to see Taylor Swift, I did actually pick one of those up because it seemed appropriate. They're pretty cheap, so that was an easy pickup. And yeah, you know, it's British, so beefeaters, bulldogs. And so you're in London, you know. They're a tourist attraction in London. They're gonna do that. There is this cool thing where they've got like replica jewelry from some of the figures in there. Like the necklace Billie Eilish is wearing, the necklace. It's the ring that the previous Taylor Swift was wearing. There's the Dua Lipa I was talking about. And then on the other side, they've got some shades worn by some of the people, or similar to. Like those are not the same heart-shaped sunglasses Taylor was wearing in that photo, but yeah, if you want to do a little looky-likey thing with some of them, they've got some sunglasses for you to get, which is kind of neat. And then some more merch of like characters that are in there, band merch, Paddingtons. Again, Paddington's in there, but it also spins on the whole British thing. And that about wraps it up. So that's my look around Madame Tussauds. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. There's much more to come, more theme parks, and then soon I'm going to Japan, so stay tuned.
It's a three-pronged attack. Subliminal, liminal, and superliminal.
Superliminal?
I'll show you. Hey, you!
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, all right.
I'm in.